Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to be setting up this awesome room with some machines. Alright, today we have a bit of work to do. I wanted to show you guys a little bit about this room. I figure you guys might have some questions. These blocks right here are Futura blocks. Now, they're pretty neat, and they're pretty cheap to make. All they require is stone and redstone. If you take a look at this block right here, you can actually craft it. It's part of chisels. And you can actually change it to any of these blocks. This one doesn't have a texture at the moment. I don't know why, but I think it's a different version of this one. I thought there was supposed to be a few different colors of this block, but I guess not. But yeah, it's made like this. Pretty simple to make. Also, I went ahead and decorated the other room, which I figure I was going to be using in this episode. And it's made right here with these factory blocks. Now let's take a look at the factory blocks. This is the block that you want to create right here. So if you hit R, this is how you make it, and it gives you 32 of them, so it's pretty nice. So this room is really nice. Also, this is an anti-block, if you wanted to know. There's a few colors of the anti-block. The anti-block right here is made pretty simple. If you look at the white anti-block, it shows you how to make it. And the white anti-block is what I used. But once you have the white anti-block, you can change any color inside of Chisel. And that's what I did. And then these right here are the white lamps. They are from actually Additions. They're pretty simple to make, but I think I'm going to change this after playing around with some different kind of lamps. I think I found ones that I like. If you go over here, here's the factory block that I used. Now this is going to be our machine room. We're going to have everything lined up with some machines here. But as you can see, really nice looking. The only problem is if you use chisels and bits, it gets rid of the texture right here that you see. It gets rid of the stitched textures. But it's okay. I think it looks quite nice as it is. I was wanting to push these blocks back to make it look nicer, but this right here looks really nice with the pipes kind of recessed down a little bit. Yeah, if I mess with any of these blocks, it would kind of move it. But yeah, these are the inverted white lamps. These are really easy to make. They just require some redstone. They require some dye, so white would be bone meal and stuff like that. So really easy to make. Of course, the chisel and bit stuff. I'm sure you guys can figure that out. It's really simple to learn. I think I might cover it later on, but right now I really got to push forward on some of the other stuff. So when I say we're going to get some factory mods in here, I mean we need to get some Ender IO, all of the Ender IO machines. But to power these Ender IO machines, we're going to need something to power them. And I really want to get Flux points, or Flux network up. Now, with the Flux network, it requires a lot of crafting. So what I'm going to do is create some more crafters, just a few. And the crafters are going to go in here. They're probably going to line these walls and stuff like that. All connected to this. And I'm going to create a crafting monitor. If I look at under refined storage, you will see a crafting, where's it at? Pattern grid right here. It just requires an advanced processor, which we actually have, and one of these grids, which I don't know we have. I think I might be able to make it like right now. Because I'm pretty sure all we need is we don't have any quartz, so I'm going to actually have to go get quartz from the nether, fun, and I should be good to go once I have everything ready. So, alright, I will see you guys when I get a bunch of that stuff done. Alright, so I want to go ahead and show you the crafting monitor here. The crafting monitor shows you the stuff. I want to make a crafting pattern. Let's see. It is the crafting pattern grid. There we go, the pattern grid. That's what I want. So I need an advanced processor, a pattern, and a regular grid, and I think I have everything for the grid. Just need to go ahead and make these guys. I went ahead and got some more quartz, so that was not an issue. I think I have everything for that, minus the machine case. There we go. And the pattern grid just requires an advanced processor. So we can go ahead and have an advanced processor craft up. I like that you can type refined storage in here, so that's really nice. It has JEI compatibility built within it. So it will show the mod right there. Awesome. So there's our part. So we need a pattern, just one, an advanced processor, and our crafting pattern grid, which I don't think I made yet. There we go. And all of these will go inside here, and we'll get ourselves another monitor, which I think I should put above our disk drive. It went inside our system. There it is. I can put it here. That's fine. Alright, so we'll take some of our patterns out of here, because we don't need all of our patterns in there. And they go up in the slot. Now, I want to tell it how to make a couple more items that is a part of refined storage that I can't normally I can't get through this guy. So if we look right here, actually crafting the construction core, you have to use this. So I just made one pattern for that, and then I need one for the destruction core. And I think that is about it for that. I need to tell it how to make, where's it at? Right here, the machine casing. And I also need to tell it how to make this, the quartz enriched iron. Alright, so all of that is good to go. So we should be able to place these inside this crafter here. Now it is very limited on the slots, so that is a thing. If we go right here to only craftables, you can see now we have a destruction core that we can make, and this we can make. And you can craft simultaneously, so it just will layer everything when you do that. Now, to see what's crafting, you need to make a crafting monitor, and it will list out everything that's processing. So that's something good to know. And having these crafters are very handy. I'm actually going to make, let's see, I think I can set the crafting recipe for this, and we have everything set up. So let's go ahead and make a crafting recipe for a crafter. And we can throw that in there. And now we should be able to make a crafter right here, and it will make everything for us. All we have to do is wait for everything to process, as in stuff has to be made here, and stuff has to be made here for another crafter to start. Pretty cool. I'm thinking about putting the processing encoder right here in the floor. It might be the best place for it. Yeah, and that won't look that bad. There we go. So we have access to all that, and we don't have to worry about much. Okay, we can throw that future block back in there. And as you can see, we have another crafter. Just like that. And I like to rotate them. It doesn't matter whenever they're just set up as a crafting unit, but whenever they're set up like this, they need to be facing the machine that you want them to craft on. If we take a look at the energy usage, we are at 47 RS a tick, so not that much, honestly. You can still run this with a machine, a simple machine that burns coal. And we still have a lot of storage in here. So yeah, let's go ahead and get some of the machines over here, and I want to go ahead and work on the flux points, or flux network. So this is what it's called. It's called the flux networks. And there's a few things that I want to set up for auto crafting. So first I need to do this. We need to, I'm not going to automate the flux at the moment, but I am going to show you how to get flux. What you're going to need is some redstone. So I'm going to grab some redstone. Also, out of this crafting, you can still pull stuff out. We're also going to need flint and steel. And be careful where you place your flint and steel, of course, because it will burn blocks that can be burned. So you light things up, throw a whole stack of this on there, and then when you pick it up, you will get flux. You can also cook it in a smeltery. It'll do the same thing. But I'm just going to get a bit of this. There we go. And I put it out. And that's how you get flux. Basically, burnt redstone will get you flux. Okay, we're going to need to learn how to make flux cores. Flux Cores require Eye of Ender, so we're going to need to make sure we can get those. Let's go to our pattern right here. Let's go ahead and do this. There we go, Eye of Ender. Now that we have access to Ender Pearls, and I mean a lot of Ender Pearls, we should be good there. This requires Obsidian and Flux. And then to make a block is just like that. And then we want to make Flux plugs. There's a pattern for the Flux plug and a Flux point. There's a pattern for the Flux point. And then a Flux Controller is something I do want to make. The Flux Controller is going to allow us to power our items in our inventory. So I'll just throw all these in this crafter. That's all these are actual craftable items. And we need to make a Flux plug. So I do have everything to make that. So everything's going to craft up. We're going to need a Flux plug. I'm going to need a Flux point. And then I'm also going to get a Flux Controller. Now you don't actually have to have a controller to get this to work, but it does help. It does really, it really does help. Okay, so our patterns, these patterns need to go back in here. All right, and what I'm going to do with the Flux plug, I could put a new power tab on there, but that would kind of ruin the fact that we have this coming out of here, right here. But I can hook a Flux point into here, and it will pull out what this guy is putting out. And then I can take back my enhanced conduits. But if I take back my enhanced conduits, I do have to watch out because this up here needs power. So I'm going to have to run up there and hook this thing up. So I'm going to take all of these guys down. I don't know if my hammer will actually work with this. I don't want to break my reactor. But yeah, this guy should be staying off and not using up anything. So yeah, having that automated really helps. Helps you save Solarium that you don't normally have to burn up. But yeah, breaking all these guys, because we're not going to need them anymore. I'm going to show you why. And this, the Flux plugs are awesome. Alright, this is going to take forever. Alright, I think we got the last one. There we go. Okay. Now, we're going to set a Flux plug on this. Now, plugs will accept energy. They are what you send energy to, or this is how you send energy into your network or create a network. So here it is, and it's hooked into here. I just want to make sure this is set to output on this side, and then we're going to create a network. All right, let's call this big reactor. Or yeah, big reactor. Even though it's an extreme reactor, doesn't matter. You can change the color. I'm actually going to change this to kind of a yellow color, which represents Solarium to me. And hit create. Now we've created a network. Now under here, you can set this to true or false. I'm going to set this to ignore limit to true because this I want to send the max amount of power to. It's not going to send what the max is right here, which is 256,000. So honestly, clicking this doesn't matter, but I just recommend clicking it just in case, unless you're actually going to monitor your network and reduce the speed of stuff going into your network. But right here, we have it set to big reactor. Everything should be set up and working, and it should pull out of there. Now, what we're going to do is take our Flux point, and this guy is going to hook right into the bottom of here. And now we're going to select it, select big reactor. Now this guy should be powering what it's connected to. And it is connected to this spot over here. So we have some wireless energy transfer, actually wireless, going on. And if we look over here, you'll see that indeed it is being powered. And it is actually draining power out of here, but it's not draining too much. So not enough to worry about this guy kicking on. It'll only kick on when it needs to. So yeah, this is awesome. We are actually getting somewhere. I feel like I'm getting somewhere in this mod pack. I'm getting some early game automation. Now, I do want to get some machines over here. Now, to get some machines, we're also going to need, like I just did here, set up another point. But you're only going to need a point, I do believe, the flux point, because the flux plug is going to be used. Say if I create another solar panel, I can go ahead and hook this plug and hook it into the network. Now, this guy, the Flux Controller, I want to set him in a location that is going to be somewhere where I'm always around. And right here will work. And what I want to do is select my big reactor network, send mode. This is basically going to control the network. I want the send mode to be set to default, receive mode set to default, transfer mode to even distribution, so it'll evenly distribute the power over all, and I'll set this transmit mode to on. Now what this will do, it will automatically charge my items, and when I say charge, it charges very fast. And set this to ignore limit true. So it just charged my jetpack, and it will, while I'm in here, it will keep my jetpack fully charged. Yes, fully charged. Now, yeah, we have to remember that our network is only going to output at the maximum 2,000 or 2,500 RF. So that's just basically how much that vibrant capacitor bank can actually put out. So yeah, we have automated some power. Now the next step is to get some machines. So I'm going to go ahead and create some Ender IO machines, and I'll be right back once I get this room kind of set up a little bit. All right, so real quick, I just wanted to show that I'm actually making some Solarium. And to do that, it is just some gold and some soul sand. We need that to make the soul binder and another machine. The soul binder and the... Let me look this up real quick, just so I can show you. We're going to need it for the soul binder. Now the soul binder does require an Enderman head, just keep that in mind. And we've almost got all the machines. Like I've almost got all the machines made so far. I do have each of the heads. This head, this head, this head, and this head. And I think the slice and spice, or the slice and splice, yeah, it does require one head. And a few tools, and a bunch of the Solarium. And the Solarium is also used for crafting later on. But we will basically automate some of this production. And I'm thinking about getting a quarry going on inside of the Nether, along with a mob farm inside of the Nether. Just so we can automate these resources as well. And we'll do that in a future episode. I just want to basically explain a few things. I am going to make a travel anchor. And once we get a machine up and running, I will have a wand of, or the staff of traveling. But I need a soul binder with an Enderman soul, basically to create this. So this is pretty simple once I actually get the stuff to do it. But yeah, this wand is awesome. The rod of return, it says returns the user to a telepad synced with the telepad using shift right click, requires RF. Okay, so that's part of the this right here, the multi-block telepad. But yeah, we're going to use these travel anchors. They are really awesome, and I've used them before, especially in the Sky Factory. So yeah. And I actually have this guy off. I should probably turn him on, but yeah, I don't know. I was just trying to reduce some lag. Oh man, yeah. I don't know why it's creating so much lag, but it is. Let's turn that off. At least while I'm recording, I'll turn it off, because yeah, that is not good. Yeah, that dropped my frames like more than half. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get the Solarium, and then I'm gonna continue making the machines, and I'll be right back when I get them all done. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and set up some of these machines, but we're gonna need to make room for some conduits. Now, I want 2 alloy smelteries. I want one for just regular smelting, and I want one for actual alloys. Now, I do want to space these out. I'll put the sag mill, I guess, in the center. I'll put this one here, and then these guys can all go somewhere else. Like, I can put him here and him over here. Alright, now I do need to get it back in here just so I can show you guys what I'm going to do. I will place these back how they were, for sure. But I do need some space. Alright, and right in the center one, this will be fine. Alright, so let's go. Oh, I don't want that there. Place an enhanced energy conduit, just like that. I'm actually going to run conduit line back behind here, mainly because I want these to be basically enclosed so they don't look like they're connected to anything, so I'm just going to hide some wiring. But what I do need is something to be plugged into this guy. So this flux plug, if I place it right here, and then I set this up, it is connected to the energy conduit. I can select the network, and bam, set that to ignore limit true. That's fine. The reason it's kind of grayed out, I don't know. It's something to do with this light being above me. But yeah, it's now sending power to this. Should be sending power. Yeah, it's sending power. So yeah, this is actually going to work. We're going to go ahead and hook these guys all up to this network. Just like that. And then I can place my blocks back just like I had them. That can be closed up. And then basically these blocks are what I had down. Just like that. And then these run across. Just like that. And bam. We have all our machines and they're all getting power. Basically now I just really need to upgrade them. I mean, put some good stuff in here. Now the reason I separated them like this is because they will be automated. I'll just basically have to bring cable all the way across and have these guys automated in here. But for now, I have a alloy and I have a regular furnace. Awesome. Well, we got machines set up. We got everything done I wanted to get done in this episode today. So yeah, I'm really excited. We are getting pretty far in this mod pack, and I'm glad you guys are here with me, and all the comments that I'm getting, I'm loving that. Well, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to click that subscribe button and also give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And as always, thanks for watching.